So now, because you're around me and you know me, you're able to make those decisions when I'm not around. So now you're COO. Are you not COO?
I'm CEO.
You're now COO. So when I'm not around, Miriam makes all decisions, whether it's about finance, money, buy this, sell this, delete this, refund. Can make all of those. Doesn't need to talk to me. She has that power because she's part of the business. But because of that, you feel like you're involved, right? So talk about the change of going from where it was when I was just doing everything. You're at home, I'm going to all these events, to now you're coming to events, you're working in the business, you're doing. How do you feel that has helped and changed in regards to stopping you feel like, one, I was growing without you?
I think one thing I had to do was I had to look at myself internally first of all. Like I will be the first to say like, oh, when people are like, oh, your E-man's off, I used to hate that. Oh, you're the cake lady. Oh, I used to annoy me even. Like I was like, I'm not defined by all of those things.
Yo, people, welcome back to the 3L podcast with the wonderful Mimi. We're gonna start with you because you are so sweet. I love how you're matching me in black here.
Hey.
Yeah, I love that. You look.
I know it looks good, right?
It's just, yeah. Sorry, I haven't even introduced myself. I'm E-man.
And I'm Mimi.
I'm Miriam's husband. That's my title. How are you, my dear?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. How are things?
Good. Looking forward to this conversation.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So let's get into it. You know. This. There's no need to go back and forth. We live in the same house, so all of this, how are you doing, this and that, we know. We came together. We're living together. So let's get straight into it. What is today's episode about?
We are talking about when one of you outgrows each other.
Okay.
One of you outgrows each other in a relationship. I think it's an important topic because I feel like sometimes when you're both sort of working, living at home, raising children, sometimes it might feel like one person is being left behind and one person is moving forward, and it can cause issues within the marriage. It can cause resentment. So I think it's a good topic to talk about.
Oh, it's a very good topic, especially for us. I mean, I was gonna say, have you ever? I know you have. So, please tell the listeners the time when you, or one of the times, or the multiple
times
over the 14 years that we have been married, where you have felt that maybe I've left you and I'm going on to new things and left you behind, and you felt lost and all of that. Talk to them. Share.
I think one of the times is obviously when our kids were young, right?
Yeah.
And I think we touched about it in a previous episode that's gone out already, where Emmanuel had gotten an office. He was basically working 2 jobs trying to get his business up and running, and he was just doing his thing, and I was just at home with 3 kids, just going crazy, just staring at the walls. And I just kind of felt like my husband was just pulling away from me. There was distance. There was, he just felt like he was forging a new path, and I was sort of getting left behind on the same road while he had just branched off and taken a different fork in the road. So yeah.
And how did you come out of that? What was your kind of, how did you, so you felt that way that you've been left behind. I think let's add a bit more to it, to the fact that obviously I had started a business, had gone online, started, at that time it was Noir Excel, then becoming the E-Man effect. I started to get notoriety, so people started to like the content, started going on TV. So all of a sudden it gone from me being employed, having a job, paying the bills and us, to now I'm this person in the community talking about finance and money, and that was growing.
Yeah.
And I guess, how did that make you feel?
It kind of just made me feel like, oh, we were in this journey together. Now you're doing this, and I'm not involved. I'm not a part of it. It brought up a lot of distrust. It brought up a lot of insecurity.
Yeah.
It brought up a lot of emotions that I'd never ever felt before, and I definitely had to look at myself and look at, why is this happening?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Why am I feeling this way? Do you know what I mean? Especially when you had sort of a career progression for yourself, and then now you're at home with kids, and that's sort of stagnant. It's at a standstill. And yeah, I definitely had to look at that and think of how does this work for us as a family, and how do we make this a good thing instead of turning it into a bad thing.
Okay, and before we get to how you came out of it, because that's a question I asked before, but I think what we need to really get to is, like, did you feel resentment? Was there envy? Was there jealousy? Was there hate? Was there what how did, because again, I can feel like
Mm,
one thing, but
mm.
what was it from your side?
There wasn't really. I wouldn't necessarily say there was definitely like envy or hate or whatever. Because one thing I've always said to man is like, I want you to be happy in the job you're doing.
Yeah.
Because again, you're the main breadwinner. If you're not happy in your job, it's going to affect how the house is. So I was happy that you were doing things, but it was just kind of like, I'm happy you're doing all of these things, but you're kind of forgetting us. It's like we are now second to the business. Your family is second to do you know what I mean? I want you to spend time with us. I want to be in some way pseudo part of that world rather than just being an outsider looking in.
Okay. And then also, is it a case of, in regards to when we were going through it, was it
Mm,
a case of for you that you felt that I had leveled up in a certain way
mm,
and you had kind of stayed the same, or even felt maybe less because you felt like you were just a housewife or you were just at home looking after the kids and maybe you didn't see the value? Because for me, I felt like a lot of the time you didn't see the value
yeah.
in what you in being a housewife and a mom, and I saw the value.
Mm,
I always rated it very highly, but I feel like you didn't necessarily rate, maybe because society doesn't
yeah.
necessarily rate it that highly,
Yeah.
which is why I guess I'm really passionate about not allowing anyone to talk down on being a housewife,
Mm,
or make it look like it's a bad job, or
mm,
like it's not important. Like, to me, it's something that's vital and it's needed. And if there are women that are happy to do it, they shouldn't be made to look down like, oh, why are you happy being a housewife when you could be
mm,
a CEO, or you could be a dad? I'm glad we've all got choices. I'm
yeah.
glad that that you're not only limited to only being a housewife. That was the problem. But I
Yeah.
feel like if you decide that out of all the options that are available, I want to take this role, I don't feel like you should be looked down on, or you should
Yeah.
feel like it's a lesser role that you're taking, because to me, that role is just as important as being out there making money.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't necessarily feel. Did I feel like you're level? I definitely felt like you're leveled up, which is what we wanted. We wanted you to level up. We wanted your business to grow. We wanted it to be successful. But I didn't necessarily feel lesser down. I just kind of felt, oh, what am I doing?
Mm,
Because he's growing.
mm,
I'm not growing.
mm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And if and you knowing me, you know that I've always worked hard. I've
yeah,
always fought. I've always pushed. I've always wanted to be better than where I was. So for me, it just kind of felt like, oh, he's growing and I'm not growing. And yes, I will 100% admit that social media definitely played a part in that thought process, because you go online and you say, oh, if you're just at home doing this, it's not worth it. If you're not a
yeah,
boss babe, if you're not making money, if you're not this, you're not that, you're not really fulfilling your potential as a woman.
yeah.
And when you hear all of that, you kind of feel like, oh, maybe I'm not fulfilling my potential as a
Of
woman.
course.
Maybe I'm not giving my all. He's gonna meet someone else who is this boss chick and da 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 da, and all of that plays such a huge role in that.
I love the honesty.
Mm.
For me, I love the honesty. God bless you. I feel like it's so important that we just keep it real. Do you know what I
Mm.
mean? Because what you said, I feel like there was the fact that, let's be honest, I'm around a lot of, mainly most of my content is consumed by women.
Mm.
Most of my events, you'll be at the event.
Mm.
It's 85% women turning up to the event. Um, most of my followers are black women,
Mm.
and most of them are very beautiful
Mm.
and young. And I feel like there was a point where you maybe we've had two or three kids, you weren't happy with your body and other things, and then you're coming to events and you started seeing all these young pretty girls coming to my event, and now you started acting like, ah, why would you want me when he can
Mm.
have? And it's like, that's not even an option.
Mm.
I'm here with you. We're doing it together. Then on the other flip side is that a lot of my friends, Bianca, Bola, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I've got bare women doing bits that are around me that I'm very close with. And I felt like because you were hearing me having conversations with them, I feel again you felt left out.
Mm.
Do you think the main problem, because again, we'll go into how we've resolved it now,
Mm.
but do you think the main problem was me growing without you?
Oh, that's a good question. I wouldn't necessarily say it was you growing without me. I think maybe it was the way it was handled. I think it was more like I'm explaining, I'm sharing my thoughts, and you're like, oh, but it's nothing. This is just part of business. It's just part of life.
Yeah.
It's just part of the process to getting my business out. But I'm like, yeah, but it feels like it is. But at the same time, but if I wanted to do something, oh, but the kids, it was always like, oh, who's gonna watch the kids? What? Let's. Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, but I want to come with you to this event. And I feel like it'll be beneficial for me. Oh, but the kids. So it kind of always just kind of felt like we had the kids at home. So it kind of almost felt like having the kids at home was the reason why it couldn't happen. Which I know, looking back on it in hindsight, it wasn't that. But at the time, it just kind of felt. And I was like, yeah, but we could get babysitter and this and da da da. But it just kind of felt, yeah.
Yeah, I think also this is another thing. So
Mm,
I personally, and this is one thing that we definitely had conversations about,
mm,
is that when you just make a decision, you have to understand the consequences and responsibilities of those decisions.
mm-hmm,
So when we decide that we want to have 3 kids under the age of 5, you naturally have to understand that we're not going to leave our young kids that can't really talk for themselves, don't really know right and wrong and so forth, with a random stranger to potentially abuse them or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Whether we paid their money or not. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So a lot of the time what we had was either my sisters or your sisters come round, or your brother come round, and when they were available. But when they weren't available, I wasn't particularly comfortable leaving our young children with people that we didn't know.
yeah.
And I felt, as a man, and again, my thinking about security, my thinking about trauma, because we pay somebody does something to our child, they're gonna live for those repercussions forever.
Yeah.
All in the name of you coming to an event. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? And so,
No.
for me, the risk, even if there's a 1% chance that it could happen, to me that was a chance too high. And so I was like, listen, they're young, they're not at a stage where they can really speak and fend for themselves and really be able to articulate themselves if something happened. So I want to make sure that it's our family members that are looking at when they're young. And so that caused problems, because there were times where you're like, I want to come to this event. I think this event will be good for me in regards to networking. I think there's some people there I would like to meet. I think, and again, it's always good. Like, you're my wife. People, when I go to these events, people are like, where's your wife? So it's not like people don't expect you at the event. They expect you to be there, and they want you to be there. A lot of the time when I get invites to things, they're like, is your wife coming? Like, it's like we come as a package. They want to see you. Do you know what I mean? But the reality is that we have a responsibility to look after our kids. Now, as our kids have got older, and we've been able to get babysitting, and that was something that we really focused on. We got babysitting. The wonderful Lynette came in, God rest her soul. And she was someone that we could trust.
Yeah.
She looked after the kids, and then you were able to be out more.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And since then, we've had other people that we've vetted, that we know, to make sure, because that was a big thing.
Big thing for us, yeah.
I think for me, the main problem, and I think if I'm giving any man them advice on growing apart, or even women advice, it's important to try and grow together. So if I'm doing all this work on myself in regards to development, like, you be doing some work on yourself in regards to developing. It doesn't have to be financially. But be growing as well. And also, I saw Lord Sugar talking about it.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
How he said, look, he used to go places, didn't take his wife. Then he realized that he was going without her. So then he started taking her everywhere. And so, because you coming along like you do now, one of the biggest things that changed when I got you to come and work in the business, you realize that my thing's not a joke. Like, because maybe you thought, E-man, because you're always laughing and you're doing content and it's fun, like, it's easy. And actually, why are you making it like this? When you start to see the email, the detail, the business people that we had to work with, the insurances that we had to take, the website, all of the things that have to be done to make things work, you appreciate how we do it, number one. Number two, you also learn. So now you learn the business. You learn what we do, how we do it, how we make our money. Now you implement it. Now also you now come in. So like, for example, for us now, we're at a position where I'm in meetings seeing clients, but the business is still running and people would still need to make decisions. So now, because you're around me and you know me, you're able to make those decisions when I'm not around. So now you're COO. Are you not COO?
I'm CEO.
You're now COO. So when I'm not around, Miriam makes all decisions, whether it's about finance, money, buy this, sell this, delete this, refund, can make all of those. Doesn't need to talk to me. She has that power because she's part of the business. But because of that, you feel like you're involved, right? So talk about the change of going from where it was when I was just doing everything. You're at home, I'm going to all these events, to now you're coming to events, you're working in the business, you're doing. How do you feel that has helped and changed in regards to stopping you feel like, one, I was growing without you?
I think one thing I had to do was I had to look at myself internally first of all. Like I will be the first to say like, oh, when people are like, oh, you're E-man's wife, I used to hate that. Oh, you're the cake lady. Oh, those I used to annoy me even. Like I was like, I'm not defined by all of those things, and then I had to sit with myself and ask myself, why wasn't I happy with those statements? Like why wasn't I just being, yeah, I'm E-man's wife. Do you know what I mean? And I had to sit with that, and I realized that it's because I felt like I didn't, maybe part of me didn't feel like I had earned the title, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? I needed to have my own identity outside of that. But then I realized it is my identity. It's part of my identity. It doesn't make all of me. It's just some of me. And once I sat in, I was like, okay, cool. And then coming into the business and seeing what I could see, all the moving pieces. I could see all the decisions that, he needs to make. Sometimes he doesn't like, conflict sometimes in business. And I'm like, no, we have to do it. We just have to have the conversation. And then, do you know what I mean? I think him bringing me in, and then me sort of letting go of preconceived ideas, made that everything just works well. And again, there was a season where the kids were young, and now that the kids are older, it's a lot different. Your mind is not fully consumed by everything kids add as well. So it gives space for other things to grow. It gives space for other things, ideas to bloom as well. So I think, and I know we say this now, but this is years in the making. This is not just, it's not a switch. It wasn't like an automatic switch. This is years of talking, therapy, having honest conversations with each other of where do we see this going and what do we see this being for us as a family unit and for our future.
Did you think I was too harsh? Did you think I was out of order for not getting a babysitter in and allowing you to come to certain things, or for doing stuff without you, or for just how things change so quickly and suddenly? Like, did you feel that I was harsh, or I was wrong?
At the time I did, because that was the emotions I was feeling at the time. But in hindsight, I understand it now. Like I see it. Do you know what I mean? And if I'm being completely honest, there probably was a bit of a wall as well to feel like, oh, I'm just trying to be in your business. I was, even though it wasn't like that. So there's been a lot of growth from both of us with regards to the whole situation now. Do you know what I mean? So, but at the time, I probably felt like you were being too harsh. Like the kids go to nursery anyway. What's wrong with getting a baby? Do you know what I mean? That's how you rationalize it. But I have to sit back and look at your role as their father. Do you know what I mean? You have a say in their parenting. You have a say in the decisions that affect our children. So I can't now say, oh, I want to do this, I'm gonna do it. No, you're their father. You know what I mean? So, and as much as I might have felt like that, I understood it and I respected it.
Yeah, and I feel like we've come a long way since then. So there was something you said that I wanted to reply on. What did you say at the beginning when you to reply to the answer?
I said at the time I did feel like it was, but now,
In my business, that was it.
yeah.
So I feel like there was a case of, again, sometimes again these things happen. So it's like there were times where you felt you needed to go through my phone, do certain things. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So I think, again, like you said, those things build up walls. So then it's like, actually, I'm not gonna let you mess my business up because I've been in corporate. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? When I was in corporate suffering, you weren't there. Do you know what I mean? When I was being belittled, when I was being spoken down to, when I was being made redundant, and do you know what I mean? I had to physically go through all of these things to now finally get to a place where I've created a business that people are enjoying, people are seeing the benefit from. To then feel like someone's gonna try and stop this from happening, or make this not happen in the way that I want it to happen. Like nobody could get in. Do you understand? There was that's that point where I was just like, nobody can force me, because if this doesn't work, it's me that has to go back to 9 to 5. That I know I don't want to be doing 9 to 5. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Understand.
So it was really a case of the way things were happening at the time, I'm like, listen, if you're gonna be bringing emotional and bringing all these other things, listen, we will keep business and personal. We will keep it separate, and I will go and do my business. And I remember, because I vividly remember, like in the first early days of Nawak, so people thought I was single.
Yeah.
Because I never posted my family, I never posted you, I never, like, on the platform, all I did was talk about finance and money. I was at the events, all the videos. So, and again, when you look at the DMs, look at the way people were talking and the way people were interacting, it's very different to how they interact now.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So again, that was another thing that made me realize, oh no, people need to understand the other side as well, because there's a certain impression that you're giving.
Yeah.
And again, that can cause a problem in your marriage.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it was really important to do that. But I just felt like at that time, I got to get this off the ground.
Yeah.
So I apologize if you felt that it was harsh, or you felt like, because it's never my intention to downplay you or not to make you feel like you're stuck at home with the kids while I'm out there drinking champagne and eating caviar. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't drink.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm
Yeah.
a chicken and chips type of guy. But the point being is that I never wanted you to feel like that, and I do apologize. But sometimes I feel like in business, in getting to where you gotta be, there's that little moment where you just gotta be selfish and just be like, this is gonna change everything for me. I just got to make it happen.
No, and I appreciate you saying that. And I think, again, we've grown a lot.
Yeah.
Like, we have grown through so much in this 14 years that I'm so proud of where we are today.
Oh gosh, of course.
I'm so proud of where we are today, because if you had told me 7 years ago that we would be sitting here having this conversation, I'd have laughed in your face. Do you know what I mean? And that's just not to say that we didn't love each other and we didn't respect each other. There's just so many things that's happened through everything that we've been through, and the fact that we're here having this conversation in a healthy manner, let me tell you, is such a testament to the work that both of us have done to get to this point. So yeah,
I love that. Part of me feels like we don't even need to do the dilemma, but just do it anyway, because it's there, and people's like, we appreciate people's dilemma. So let's do the dilemma, and then we can wrap it up, man. I feel like we've
done a lot in this conversation. Okay, the dilemma is, I've been in therapy, healing, starting a business, working on me, but my husband isn't involving. Same mindset, same habits. Then he found out I've been secretly saving 11K in a backup account. I started it 4 years ago just in case. He says I'm emotionally checked out. I say I'm protecting myself in a relationship that might not grow with me. Am I disloyal or just prepared?
If you want me to answer this, I'll be honest. I'm with her. I have a lot of my clients, and I'll be honest, a lot of man them are flopping. And so most of my clients are women, and a lot of the time, even if they are in relationships, if they're married, a lot of the time they are the main breadwinner.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time, this man may have kids
Outside.
External.
Yeah.
Whether done during the marriage and she's forgiven, or beforehand, and now you are the main breadwinner. You are bringing the assets in. You are bringing the money in. You have the good. They don't even have the credit score. The man them don't even have the credit score. So you're saving the deposit for the house. You're buying the house, and yet it's in joint names. Yeah, and yet if something happened to you, that could go to him.
Yeah,
and then now that all your money is being shared amongst your one child and his one or two other
children. Yeah,
other children outside. So I definitely understand the concept of protecting your assets, protecting your wealth, and definitely making sure that, especially if you feel like you're not aligned, protecting yourself, because we've seen it. Had a client seen it. The husband he knew he was leaving, withdrew everything out of the bank account, and then said, I'm going to have to take them to court.
Mate.
By the way, you have to put that money back. Because that is theft.
That is, yeah.
We're not in America. Maybe you saw in America, you can get away. We've got laws here in the UK. I had to put that money back and on top. Yeah? But the point being is that I definitely feel that, yes, we are in a relationship. I even tell you, we are married. I always tell you, make sure you got your savings. Make sure you're budgeting. Because number one, I could be gone anytime. We don't know how long we got in this life. And I need you to be in a position where you can look after these kids and you can instill everything. So you need to have that knowledge and experiences, number one. Number two, we got insurance to make sure that if I'm gone, you will have the finances. But do you know how to manage them?
Yeah.
It's important that you know how to invest, you know how to manage the finances, how to budget. So all of those things are really important. But also, you protect yourself. You need to have your own assets. I always tell you, have your own savings, have your own investments, have your own. Because again, even me, I don't want you to feel like you're here because you're a prisoner. Because you have to be. I want you to be here because you want to be here, not because you have to be here.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
So it's important for me that you are able to have money aside, have things, have your own. You don't need to hide it from me. Have your money. It's important. Have your asset. Your asset can only be in your name. So that's an investment that you have to have in your own name by yourself. It's okay. You can have savings. Have your own emergency fund. It's whatever you need to be secure. It's important because at the end of the day, we're all here growing together.
Definitely.
The plan is for all of us to grow together. So I understand. I'm very much with.
Yeah, I understand why she's
doing what she's doing.
Like, especially if the man is not trying to grow, he's not trying to better himself. He's not trying to. He just wants to stay in the same place. You can't do that. You can't. As a man, you can't stay in the same place and expect that your missus is going to be happy with that. Like, even if you're in the same job, there's no promotion, there's no career progression, there's nothing. It's difficult.
I think also we are all humans, right? So we're all adults. So at the end of the day, if I'm asking you to do stuff and you don't want to do it, then I need to do that for myself. Like, do you understand what I'm trying to say? If I'm saying, listen, we need to have an emergency fund and you spend that money, then I'm going to need to save that emergency fund. Do you know what I mean? With or without you.
Yeah.
And that's not, and again, for me, it's conversations. I think where there can be issues is where it's not being told, not being shared. Where now I find out because I'm tidying up and I find a bank statement or I find something and it tells me, or I see something on your phone and now I find out that you've got thousands and thousands of pounds saved up and you never let me know.
I saw a situation where a woman had that, and then the first time she saved, the husband saw it and he was like, "Oh, I want to start a business, give me the money." And she was reluctant, but she did give him the money and he squandered the money. And then she built money up again, and she's like, she doesn't want him to find out because the first time they did it, he squandered the money, and we need an emergency fund, and I don't want him to know that, I have saved up another amount because I know what he's going to ask me, he's going to say. And I think that's so dangerous that if that's what it's come to, then you need to start reevaluating what you're doing.
Exactly. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. Sorry, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Shame
on
me.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say? And it's like, actually, you played, he took the money the first time and he squandered. It can't come again. If you're not learning, that's a you problem.
Yeah, but some men will be like, yeah, I'm entitled to it. It's our money.
No, exactly. Because again, the other way around, it's not the same. So I think everything is nuancing. We're talking very generic.
Yeah.
Every individual situation is different. So
100%.
But I think I understand why she in that situation.
Yeah.
And again, a lot of the time, it's a reaction to somebody's action.
Yeah.
I don't think she would want to do it on her own. But she's realised that actually I can't force you to do this, but it needs to be done.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get it done.
100%.
Anything else you'd like to talk on this topic before we wrap up?
I think we're good.
All right, people. We'll see you on the next one. Hope you enjoy it. Like, share, comment, subscribe. The subscribing hasn't been growing like it was growing. Is it because we don't beg you? So we need to beg you before you subscribe. Please, subscribe, share with a friend, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you.